Well, hello. How are y'all doing? Doing great. Thanks for asking. Thank you very much. So it's cold today, but it's not as cold as it was yesterday. I think it's like 50 or 40. There's no ice, so I'm happy about that. But I want to talk about my dream. I had a really fucking weird ass dream. Like, for real, for real. It was really weird. So I'm gonna try to make it fast because I got a bit of a headache. It's not too bad, but it's there. So, yeah. How does it start? So I remember it starts like I'm in my room and I'm packing to go like on vacation. And in the dream I'm like some big YouTuber like Jenna Marbles or something. So I'm like packing to go to vacation or work or something in LA, and I'm like packing, I'm like getting my jerseys and my tank tops and shorts and all that shit together and putting it in my suitcase, and then I'm going heading to the airport. And when I get to the airport, you know, go over there to Los Angeles. By the time I get to Los Angeles, it's already nighttime. And when it's nighttime, you know, I'm like, you know, clean up and all that shit. Get a taxi, go to like this tent. They take me to the tent. And when they take me to the tent, it's like straight just YouTubers. Just YouTubers. I'm just like, oh, okay. Okay. It was crazy. Cause, put it like this. The tent, it was a big white tent. It was fucking like circus and shit. And it was like this huge white tent. It was like bodyguard on like each entrance and shit. And then when you walk in, it's like strobe lights and all these tables and like people just dancing. I'm like, oh, okay. I see how y'all doing it. Let me come up in here and have some fun. And then people were like looking at me like, who the hell's this bitch? I'm just like, oh, I'm a YouTuber too. Not a big one. Well, in a dream I was big, but come on, let's face it, I ain't nobody big in real life, so I don't know. But I'm like walking in there, and then like other YouTubers are like, hey, you, hey guy, how are you? They're like being nice, but not like the genuine, hi, how are you kind of nice. It was more so like the, hey, you're really pretty kind of nice. And if you agree, they're like, bitch, don't agree, you're ugly, so shut the fuck up. That kind of nice? Yeah. So I was just like, oh, I don't know if I can do this. So I'm like walking around, talking to a whole bunch of people, and I got pissed off, so, because you know, there's a lot of bullshit, a lot of politics at that party. So I'm just like, fuck all of y'all, fuck the bullshit. I'm gonna start drinking. And it's like when I start drinking, everybody else start drinking and drinking like a lot. And it was, this is when shit got crazy. The dream got really crazy because I'm like drinking, taking shots, and all of a sudden, boom, all of a sudden I see like this big ass keg over here on the side, and like people just taking shots, like this whole table is just filled with shots. Just shot. And I'm like, oh, okay. Let me walk over here, and I walk over to like this one area, and whole table just filled with cocaine. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And then people just sniffing cocaine. I'm like, I feel like I'm gonna get in trouble. And then people are like, shut the fuck up, we do this all the time. I'm like, I don't want to be here. I feel like some shit's gonna go down. They're like, you better not fucking tweet this shit. I'm like, I'm not getting in trouble for your bullshit. They're like, you're not gonna get in trouble for our bullshit. This is our bullshit. I'm like, I feel like this is a pattern. It is in my dreams. It's like I'm always stuck in someone else's bullshit. Yeah. And then there's like people like pulling out these cigarettes, but they weren't cigarettes. It was like they looked like cigarettes, but you could smell they were weed. So I was just like, what the fuck? I was like, you know what? I'm gonna party in my own zone. Y'all can party in y'all's own zone. If the cops come up in here, I'm gonna fucking run. That's what I thought in the dream. I was like, they bust up in here, I'm busting up out of here. And yeah, in the dream I was kind of drunk, so I'd be like running this way and running that way, and I'll run that way. Like, I'll just straight fall and shit. So I was like, this is crazy. But it was cool, like, after I got over the fact that there was like drugs galore and a lot of funneling, and I think someone was fucking in the corner too, if I remember. And I'm just sitting there like, whew, There's a lot going on, like for real. So I'm just looking like, what the hell's going on? And then, boom, lights cut on. They're like, okay, it's time to get the fuck out of here. Party's over. I'm like, what the hell? That's it? It was only like 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, I thought we were gonna party all night. They're like, no, just 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'm going home. And I was like, getting ready to get into a taxi. Because get into a taxi. I had like this little, ow. I don't know what that was, but it was very high pitched. Very. But I got into I was getting ready to get into a taxi because there was like a whole bunch lined up ready to take us to our hotel's room. And I had like this card that had like the hotel address on it and stuff. And I was getting ready to give it to the guy. And then here comes Tyler Oakley driving by. And he's like, what are you doing, bitch? I'm like, I'm getting ready to go back to the hotel room and go to sleep. He's like, no, you should come with us. We're getting ready to party some more. I'm like, no thank you. I'm gonna go. And he was like, get in, bitch. I was like, what? Okay. Where are we going? He's like, don't fucking worry about it. So I get in the car. It's him and some other gay YouTubers. I forgot who exactly. But I know he was the one driving, and I was a little scared for my life. Because when I got in the car, he just looked back. Because he was like in the front seat. And I was like on over here. Like, passenger rear? Is that what you call it? Yeah. I was back there. And he pulled out like this huge bottle like vodka. And he's like, here, drink some. We're going to go to like this after party. And then like this after party. I'm like, what? There are after parties here? He's like, fuck yeah. That was just the starter party we came from. I'm like, oh. I was going to go home and go to sleep. He's like, no. No, bitch. It's not over. Not quite yet. So, when he says that, we pull up, like, when he finished his little speech, right when he finishes, we pull up to a bowling alley. I'm like, how's this a party? He's like, oh, you'll see. So, right when we walk into the bowling alley, there's like 2 different sides. There's one side that's like straight old school, just bowling and shit. And then there's another side that's like party, club, bowling, weird. Now people aren't bowling, they're just dancing. It was weird. I was like, what the hell? And so we went to the lame part first. And we had like these big ass like strawberries dipped in chocolate and these other chips and stuff, and we're eating those. I'm like, I love to eat when I'm drunk because it's like the best thing in the world. And he was like, yeah, isn't it fucking amazing, bitch? I'm like, you really love the word bitch, don't you? He's like, yes, bitch, I love the fucking word bitch. Bitch. I was like, oh, okay. So then we went to the other side, the club side, and we was like dancing. We're like, And then he was like, I'm bored, let's go somewhere else. I was like, oh, okay, where are we gonna go now? Then we went to like some hookah lounge. Yeah. It was weird. The dream was really weird. Went to this hookah lounge. And when we went to the hookah lounge, it was like Tyler again, but then he was like smoking the hookah, and he still had that big ass bottle, I remember. And he was like drinking and passing the freaking thing around. I'm like sitting there like, what the fuck is going on? I don't understand why am I here, and why must you insist on having that bottle? That was the main thing that kept going through my head. Yeah. Yeah. But the dream ended, because the dream didn't end like the How to Get Away with Murder dream, where the cops posted up in there and shit. No. It just ended with him freaking, after the hookah place, the helicopter? We got into the car, all like 5 or 6 of us, because I remember I was a little cramped. And I kept telling that bitch that was next to me in the car, I was like, bitch, don't touch me, you motherfucker. You keep trying to grab my drunk and shit. I was like, you motherfucker. But, after the hookah place, because the hookah place, we're all like smoking hookah and shit, and drinking, and talking all like sexuals and shit. Not like, oh, I'm gonna do some sexual shit to you, but like telling like our sexual escapades. Yeah. You know, it was like chill. And then after that, we got into the car, and Tyler was driving, and where'd he go? He took me back to my hotel room, but I remember he crashed into the building of the hotel room, and I was like, what the hell? I was like, I'm not getting in trouble for you. I'm going to my hotel room. And then there was like cops. Yeah, there was cops. Cops came, and I was like sitting there like, what the fuck? And they tried to arrest all of us because they found crack cocaine in the car. I was like, oh hell no, I'm not getting in trouble for this. But then I woke up, so that was my dream. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I don't know what that's supposed to mean or anything, but just letting you know it's a little cray-cray. So yeah, hope y'all don't have no crazy dreams like that. Yeah, later.